Jim Walmsley is an animal, and I'm going to tell you why. On January 23rd, Jim Walmsley of the United States took on the 100K world record in Phoenix, Arizona during Project Carbon X2. The record was in jeopardy all the way until the end.
There's the 5-kilometer mark. They just passed it.
He has a tendency of a competitor, and when he sees it's...
Jim Walmsley from Flagstaff, Arizona, graduate of the Air Force Academy, is on the cusp of breaking the 100-kilometer world record at Hoka's Project Carbon X2. He's a small dot at the top of the screen. The clock relentlessly ticks down. The crowd that there is screaming its lungs out.
The course was designed by Hoka representatives and consisted of 9 11K loops at the Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park in Phoenix, Arizona. Jim Walmsley, along with 40 other Hoka competitors on both the men and women's side, attempted to lower the 100K world record. The record stands at a mind-blowing 6 hours, 9 minutes, and 14 seconds, held by Nao Kazami of Japan. But if there's anyone to break it, it would be elite ultramarathoner Jim Walmsley, who holds course records at the most prestigious races around the world. His momentum from setting the 50-mile world record during Project Carbon X1 would give him the confidence heading into the race. At the start of the race, Walmsley and other Hoka athletes settled into pace, sitting behind the pace group in the beginning stages of the race. As runners prepared for the 100K challenge, none of them knew what was in store. Through each 5K split, the world record pace group looked smooth and bantered in the beginning, but slowly runners began to fall off one by one. Jim looked extremely comfortable and had his mind set on breaking the 100K world record.
Carrie, about having done that preparation for the Olympic trials in Atlanta, a lot of publicity leading into that for Jim. I mean, being the
50K to 80K, where you have to be super careful, but attacking in a way that you can handle that final 12 miles.
After about 40 kilometers, Jim Walmsley, Craig Hunt, and Hayden Hawks ran stride for stride, looking to outlast one another for as long as they could.
Adam Peterman taking our lead pack, which is Jim Walmsley and Craig Hunt, and is that Hayden Hawks, I think, in third place right now, and they're lined up, Mike, one by one. That's telling.
At the halfway point, Walmsley and Hunt sped past the 50K split ahead of world record pace at 3 hours, 4 minutes, and 14 seconds, with Hawks slowly fading behind them. It was at this point in the race, going around a bend, that Walmsley slammed into a fence, forming a large gash from his left shoulder. While carrying this injury, Walmsley managed to stay ahead of pace for the next several kilometers.
And then I asked him about the cut. He said he wasn't worried about it. He did spend some time putting water on it and trying to get it a little bit fixed up, but looks like it's still bleeding a little bit. In any case, he's moving along, and we'll see here. I think this next lap will be really telling in terms of if he'll be able to maintain this world record pace and if that'll still be realistic for a finishing time. 15, 16, 5:50, 16 at 95 kilometers, Tony and Carrie.
Thanks.
Having this injury for the latter stages of the race surely hampered him in his pursuit for the world record, but this wasn't going to stop Jim from continuing on. Toward the end of the race, Walmsley's form began to break down because of the blazing pace, but he kept clicking off 5Ks and 10Ks right on. The pivotal moment in the race came down to the last 10K. While he was hovering around 1804 to 1813 for 5K interval splits between 70K and 85K, his 5K split at 90K slowed to 1909, showing the fatigue setting in. Pushing past the pain, Walmsley rebounded at 95K with an 1840 5K split, but he was running on empty.
To himself. Now it's an 1845K. You can hear Eric sort of doffing, taking off his... That's a 5:49.54 at 95K. And we can certainly understand that as he is really driving those arms.
And Julie's comments, of course, coached him again at the Air Force. He has right now. It looks like he's overstriding a little bit, but I mean, heck, 1840 at 5K, 90 to 95 miles. I'll take one of those splits right now, but you can see he's giving everything he absolutely has right now. And this is the phase that has been, in particular, the windy section of the course. So let's see if he can fight through this and push on to the finish.
around that lake, using every motivation he can to get himself all the way to that finish line. Jim Walmsley from Flagstaff, Arizona, graduate of the Air Force Academy, is on the cusp of breaking the 100-kilometer world record at Hoka's Project Carbon X2. He's a small dot at the top of the screen. The clock relentlessly ticks down. The crowd that there is screaming its lungs out.
Go! Go, Jim, go! Jim, go! Go, Club, go! Go!
He's got 30 seconds left for a world record performance.
Swing your arm! Swing your arm!
It's going to his toes, Tony.
Everything he's
Come
got.
on, Jim, go! Go!
6:09:14 is the world record.
So close.
So close. What a monumental effort by Jim Walmsley. 6:09:25 unofficially.
Down the home stretch, Walmsley dug deep all the way to the line and narrowly missed the world record by 12 seconds. However, his valiant effort rewarded him with a new 100K American record and the second fastest 100K of all time. I can't help but feel absolutely gutted for Jim. Going all the way till the 100K mark and then having the time narrowly slip from under him is very disappointing, but at the end of the day, he did secure the 100K American record, and that's something to be super proud of. His performance was outstanding, and everything that went on during that race, he showed resiliency, being brave, and honestly, it was so powerful just watching him run and grinding out those last 10 kilometers or so, and throughout the entire race, just watching him perform at peak fitness. It was crazy, honestly. Like, I'm sure he's really disappointed with the outcome of this race, but I'm sure he's already focused on Project Carbon X3, and I hope Hoka continues to have the Project Carbon X event from years down the road. If you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and comment below. Will Jim Walmsley break that 100K world record at some point? Let me know below. Thanks.